is there something that will kill Creeping Charlie in strawberries? And this is Ernie on Facebook. So what do you think about the old Creeping Charlie, Peter?
Is there something that'll kill it in strawberries? Without killing the strawberries? No, there's not. I'm sorry. But there's a couple things you can do. You can wipe on an herbicide.
Okay.
You could either use a non-selective like glyphosate or triclopyr. You could use a broadleaf weed killer. Once again, wipe it on, don't spray it because it's going to kill your strawberries too.
Right.
I was doing some research just to make sure I had all the paths covered, just to check to make sure there was no chemical. And I actually read a recommendation, this is for lawns, that said if you have the problem in your lawn, a lot of times it's easier to just kill everything and reseed. So that brings up my next idea, which is perhaps it would be a good idea to this fall carefully dig up all your strawberries and then just spray all the Creeping Charlie.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then replant.
Okay.
Or maybe even move your strawberries to another place for a year while you really work on controlling this one area and then move them back. But yeah, that might end up in the long run being easier than just chasing your tail trying to get rid of it.
Another take on that same thought is if you have this perennial patch of strawberries, you can just do like a renovation. And so that's where you come in after their primary harvest has come in, and you can just tear up, like, say that it's, I don't know, I'm just throwing this out there, an 8 foot wide about however long bed.
Right.
You just tear up the strip in the middle, and then you're going to be able to put a pre-emerge down in that middle, right? And that is going to help you start this weed control process. And then your 2 areas that you leave send out their runners, and they tack down into that area that you tilled up. So that's going to be your new fruit-bearing row the following year. And then the next year, you renovate the 2 sides that you left the year before. And so, once you get into year 2, you've started this rotation of weed control, where you have been able to, not worry about spraying directly over strawberries, and you are starting with controlling in your renovation areas. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So that's definitely another good option, right? Because think about strawberries, broadleaf plants. Right? So
Mississippi State has a really good a publication on strawberry renovation that could help you get on that rotation.
Right, that would be good. Yeah, Creeping Charlie is tough. Ground ivy. But here's something else too. Ground ivy actually likes damp, shady conditions. Right, so make sure it's not too wet in the area. Make sure you're getting full sun. And yeah, if you're going to do renovation, if you're going to kill, off, those plants, I would come back with a pre-emerge. Corn gluten meal, is something that's recommended that you can come back in with to kind of help suppress, those weed seeds of the Creeping Charlie, and then just kind of go from there.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I would do, right, to slow it down.